I need taco.
Let's get some more fitting music in here.
I'm not gonna make this so tiny.
There, you should be able to hear new music.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and edit this thing so you can't see his health bar anymore. I figured out how to fix that so that doesn't happen anymore. Oh, we did start the stream. Hello, everybody. It's me,
Hello.
Bugboy1014, and welcome to another side session. This will be a talk. So this takes place sometime after the previous session. We won't spoil what happened. It ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. How you feeling, Cathanglis?
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
See the HP bar, I don't see the number.
Oh, that's
good.
fine. Right now, you're heading down to have a talk, aren't you? With the man himself. No pressure. He just shakes his thing. So, you can start the conversation at any point. As you enter his room, as you go to the elevator and request to enter his boardroom, he allows this and doesn't even pull any hijinks. You enter here and you enter a familiar dark cave. You hear the sound of drops, bats in the distance. And then you see him as the lights begin to come on. This enormous green plant-like dragon sitting there, almost seemingly growing out of the very earth that he sits upon, sitting on top of mountains of magic items, gold, jewels, metals, materials, mountains of things. He is nothing short of majestic and terrifying with his appearance. A being of primal untapped power. He smiles in the familiar way that a dragon smiles as he looks at you and says, and actually, let me type out what he says. I don't know, do you think I should try to do the voice or should I just type it out?
Up to you. You can type it out if you want.
I'll try to do the voice. He says, well, welcome there. Welcome, old friends.
No, I didn't notice this when I first saw you, but I actually start to see more nature like than before, if that makes sense.
It's because, unlike most people, you don't miss the blatantly obvious. Yes.
To be fair, I've always been trained to be focused on every tiny detail in life.
Indeed. It's why I like you more than the other one. The one who seeks to kill me someday.
You don't feel it necessary to kill anyone unless there's a specific reason to. Never really liked killing to begin with. It always seemed to bring life to others, and I always found that more fascinating than anything.
I am aware of all of these facts.
Just seem to just, I don't know, whenever I'm just upset, I tend to throw my negative emotions into just making potions.
And you make wonderful things when you do.
Mom always taught me how to make good potions, I just advanced upon it.
I heard you made something of a marvel recently.
I tried to, well, I, to be honest, part of me is wondering how I even made it. I just blanked out for a second and there it was.
Hmm. Perhaps your creative energies called it forth from the void. Though, I have a feeling you know more what the answer is than me.
I think so too.
Hmm.
As much as I like to think we're that much alike, sadly the only thing related to plants I could do is just make vines appear out of my hands.
You can do much more than that. Come now. You know better than I.
Afraid of what can happen.
Good. That means that you're self-aware.
Every time I'm stressed out, I seem to just people in dreams.
Yes, I noticed that. It reminds me of your father.
My dad was able to do that?
Mm-hmm. When he would get angry, he would sometimes fling himself and others deep into the abyss of the astral, into the realm of dreams. It's a form of astral projection, for what I've heard.
I can astral project in a way?
In a way, though not willingly, as clearly evidenced. The dreaming is a aspect of the astral. It is a border between this world and the true deep astral.
Just want to control it. I just
How
don't
can you
want to control
control that?
me.
How and why would you control that which is never meant to be controlled?
Know inside myself that is never a case to be. After all,
Perhaps the answer would be to simply embrace the chaos, to embrace your more wild aspect.
if I embrace my wildness, what if I accidentally hurt someone?
If you do, then that happens. But if it doesn't, then it won't. Does it truly matter when you can simply heal them?
No? To be fair, that's what I've been told by the druids as well.
You're a tough one. You are remarkably robust for your kind, even given your nature. You have the blessing of Beladros about you. I know it all too well.
I have from her is just my powers and her and these weird eyes.
Hmm. Perhaps. Perhaps it's much more than that. I suspect the latter.
I want to understand what else I can do. I'm not trying to be greedy, I just
Know this. I would not trust her fully if I were you. Make an insight check. As he's going to make a persuasion roll on you. What's his persuasion? Wow, he rolled high. You actually rolled high too. Uh, you just happened to roll a 14. Okay, so he begins to sow seeds of distrust in your brain, though you're still mostly unmoved. You know what he's doing to you.
I've been tricked before, you know.
This is no trick. I do not trust her. She is not an evil woman by any regard, though. I do not fancy her ways of doing things, nor her intrusion on my business.
Say she's equally as powerful as you.
Hardly. However, she is someone I cannot simply do away with, either. For a multitude of reasons. Power not being one of them. Would you like to make another insight check?
Yes.
Okay. Make another insight check.
So intimidation accidentally clicked slightly on there for a second.
You can tell that he's avoiding the subject.
I know what you're doing, but I'm wise. But I'm more than enough wise enough to just back off. Something is, after all, things are good when under pressure, but under pressure, too much things can crack and easily break.
I am aware. Now, you sought my counsel, yes. But when I am aware of your intention for this meeting,
I just want to figure out how to become, if it makes sense, more wild. And Sylvester.
you want to embrace the wild. I thought you didn't want that before.
As much as I hate this, I am wild. I've always been wild since I was born.
You accept what you are.
Really, actually.
Do you love yourself for what you are? And when he says that, it hits home the words that your mother told you not too long ago.
Why are you using her?
She is a wise woman. Would be wise to heed her words.
You say it like that.
I hold a deep amount of respect for her.
Ironically, I started to feel something for you like that too. I've started to feel respect.
It seems you are not completely gone after all.
Just as I was ever gone to begin with. Smirk slightly.
He smirks as well, as he thinks. I worried that when Beladros put her claws in you, that you were completely gone and were just one of her warlocks.
I'm not one to be puppeted so easily. Professor, there's another reason. You know, he just shows the image he made while the nightmare. I did this while dreaming.
Did you now? It's almost as if I already knew you made that because you made it in my carriage. I knew that was the reason you came here. One of them.
I thought if anyone would have any insight on that, it would be you.
Did you notice the eyes? And I'll have you make an investigation check with advantage. Okay. You do actually notice them this time. You notice that behind the giraffe, in the backdrop, which is mostly dark and shadowy scene behind the actual illuminated giraffe, there's two piercing white eyes.
Whose are they?
You painted it, don't you know?
I don't remember. I don't even remember having that kind of mascot. Why would I have that kind of mascot?
He's just laughing. You do.
I remember
You
Rouge
do view
in
movies.
my dreams, and even now, called me something. Actually struck a chord with me.
What
It
struck
was
a
just,
chord with you?
it's a silly word. It was prodigy.
It's what you are.
It's why I can't love myself.
Really? Is that
It's what made
or is why?
what made my brother upset at me to begin with.
You think the concerns of that man are a reason to hate yourself? He's a fool. A jealous, naive fool.
Well, I haven't even tested out my powers, but I didn't even know they could.
You never tried.
Every time I play music, I dance. Every time I'm near a paint, and every time I'm near an easel, I feel an urge to paint. I don't understand myself anymore.
The thing was, answer me a question. Remember back through your life. Do you ever remember a moment where you have actually put in a significant amount of effort into what you were doing?
I don't remember.
Make a history check. You do remember one specific moment. And do you know what that moment is?
Hmm?
You get flashbacks. The time where your brother was fighting your dad. In that moment, you tried your hardest to save Raiju. You were unable to. However, you were able to tackle your brother to the floor, seemingly with an unnatural amount of strength.
I don't remember how I became that strong in that one moment.
So you do remember. Interesting. What else do you remember?
I remember making potions with ease. Just, I remember odd things around me. I remember talking to an odd person. She, she or he, they were very, very old.
Of course. It, more like it. I think I know which being that you mean. Though, more on that later. For now. You have more pressing questions to ask me, yes?
Yes.
Ask away.
So many questions I have. I don't know what to begin with.
Begin with the top.
Do you easily love yourself?
Did you really ask me, is it easy to love yourself?
You, it's easy. All you did was just.
I built myself up from nothing.
I just tried to, my whole entire life, try to prove myself to my parents. That was
Were you? Or were you just trying to prove yourself to your brother?
my brother, to be honest, and he kept on shutting me out more and more every time I tried.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Do you have an inclination as to why that would be?
He kept on calling me perfect.
And were you?
By the slightest.
Tell me, what was it that he could do better than you?
He had better control of his powers. He could easily just teleport anywhere he wanted. I felt
True.
jealous.
And
I felt like I wanted to at least be as strong in my own ways.
and
I dedicate myself to life.
what else was he better than you at?
Stronger, he was faster, he was everything much better than me.
Stronger, faster, sure. What else?
He was a thief. I mean, I never wanted to actually say that. As much as I liked the books he gave me, it angered me to see him steal that and then take that damn flute.
You're so silly. You are a naive child.
It's ironic, given to apparently how my mom is.
You're grasping at straws to deny the truth that you yourself know deep down. The truth that is keeping you from truly loving yourself, keeping you from your mother's teachings.
The fact that anything I did, I tended to just do almost seemingly without effort. The fact that any fact that I that I actually was part of multiple classes in Strixhaven. I wanted to call myself talented. I just something inside me wants to be proud of myself.
Then be proud of yourself. What's stopping you?
The fact that I may accidentally leave people to die like I did last time.
The last time wasn't because of your pride. Have you ever once let yourself be proud of yourself? Have you ever
Really?
once been proud in your own work?
Oh,
Maybe try it for a change of pace.
I've
You
never
might
even
like the
celebrated
feeling.
anything about myself.
What was that?
I never celebrated a thing about myself.
Then perhaps it is time to try. Then perhaps it's
Yes.
time to give yourself some credit. Cathangless. He says with a little bit of spite in his words.
Can't even become what I was in Strixhaven again. All I am is Witherbloom.
Considering everything you've just said, you think you can't accomplish that.
I know I can. I mean,
Then why don't you?
I'm scared to even try.
Why?
I mean,
He's currently staring directly into your eyes with his own piercing green gaze.
I never thought about being proud of it.
And why not?
Because then that would make me hated by everyone, wouldn't it?
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
Picks are meant to be won over. I mean,
Hmm. You humor me, Cathangless. You have so much potential, and yet you leave it all untapped. Why? Because of your
because
lack of pride, because of your brother. You compare everything that has a modicum of pride to your brother. Why? Because you are scared of it. You are scared of pride.
I'm
And
scared of
why?
myself.
Because you feel that pride is what caused your brother not to love you.
Yes.
And yet, what you failed to realize is that your brother loving you or not was something entirely out of your own control. He had his own reasons, and it wasn't for the reasons that you think. You will see that soon enough.
I know I will. I just every single time near him made me sick of him.
Then
Because I
why
want
don't
to
you
make him
stop
happy.
living
I
in the.
want to tear him apart.
Knowing you, you're just going to walk up and hug him.
I know I will. Because I openly easily forgive people.
And why is that?
Because I feel like everyone deserves redemption.
Yes.
You got your own redemption after all.
Mm-hmm. Of course I did. Your mother saw sure of it.
We're never truly alone in the Feywild with my mom's help, after all.
Now you're beginning to put the pieces together.
I always knew I was just afraid to say. At first, I was afraid of what you'd do to me. Then I just realized there's no point.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of having fear at all?
Fear helps keeps us alive. However, sometimes it simply gets in the way.
Times where I just want to. I don't know if this makes sense, but uncaged.
You feel free right now, don't you?
Yes, actually. If we're not standing here in front of you, actually, I feel free for the first time in so long.
It's because you've let go. You've
I
let
actually
go.
feel interesting. I feel stronger.
You've let go of all the guilt. You've let go of all of the hatred you had towards yourself. And as that happens, he motions over to your right. And do you look over to your right?
Yes.
As you do, you look over and you see on the wall, it's hard to see, but there's a black, shadowy mass, a silhouette with two piercing white eyes staring at you. And you can sense an aura of hatred from it.
It was always you, wasn't
This being is of your own creation, Cathangus. You made
it?
this.
The person watching me was me?
Don't you recognize your own face? And as that happens, the being's eyes start to move a little bit out of the shadows, and you see it's your own face, Cathangus. However, it's staring at you with utter hatred.
This is me, and I am that. We're both on the same, aren't we?
That being is a being that normally resided within your own head, a being that you assumed was Dracul. However, it is a being of your own creation. It is a being that you created when you began to hate yourself. It manifested within you. It is a manifestation of your own hatred.
Why did I even start hating myself?
It's because you blamed yourself for what happened when it was not your fault. This thing began to grow while you were inside of that endless black sea.
I don't even know where that is anymore.
Does it matter? He says casually.
To be honest, it felt weird. When I was in my dreams every single time, no matter where I stood, I still feel this like pull on my being to somewhere, and I still ignore it.
Hmm. Now, the thing was, do you wish to truly be free of your hatred?
I do.
Truly?
I want to get rid of it. I want to kill it.
Then fight your own hatred. Roll initiative. Let me pull up a stat block for this thing.
The things I said, how the things I did. It's ironic. I wasn't using my powers as a gem dragon, was I? I was holding myself back. The reason I can't be because it's him. All the guilt I felt on one person.
What's this thing step block? Okay, what's this thing step block? Yeah. No, we'll use this. This seems fun. So,
It's like Inkling Mascot. Like, no.
oh no. I'm gonna use the Shadow Demon stat block. I've never used this before. This will be a fun stat block to use. Also, I just realized I need to open up the turn thing, and you need to click on your own token and when you roll initiative.
Dude, Rouge works alongside me. I keep on forgetting.
Yeah, do it for yourself. Yeah, not done it for yourself yet.
I am no longer afraid of you.
He just stares at you with cold, hatred-filled eyes. As I'll roll initiative for this thing, and Silvestro will be overseeing it, though he's not going to get his own turn, because obviously he would be going first, whatever it is.
I was about to say, Sylvester has the most dex of anyone. Cathangos just has 11 in dex.
He has like a dex of 30 with a +5 and advantage on it, if I remember correctly.
Cathangos has... I figured out Cathangos should technically have 11 in dex, so I fixed that currently.
Okay. Oh, yeah, she has a neat amount of things. Ooh, that'll be interesting for you to fight. Oh, and he knows Abyssal and telepathy? Cool.
Oh, great. This legit is Cathangos' anger.
Yes, it is Cathangos' anger. Alright, let me roll initiative. I didn't mean to roll that as Silvestro, but whatever. Also, I didn't click on the token. Alright, so this thing will go first. What shall it do? Okay. Do. So it will use a okay. So first off, I will go ahead and say, by the way, he currently I believe, wait, is it darkness or just dim light?
A dim light.
Yeah, while in dim light or darkness. Okay. So maybe we could just talk this out of a tea? No. Okay. So as a bonus action, he's going to try and hide. So I'm going to have him make a stealth roll, and this will be against your perception. He's going to try to hide as a bonus action. There's his stealth roll. Let's see if you can see him. If you two can see him. Nope. Okay, he's successfully hiding. Hello, Ravager. So, Ravager, to fill you in, Cathangos is currently fighting his inner demons right now. Quite literally fighting his inner demon right now.
Just like Raiju's like, just like, maybe we could just talk this out over tea.
As this happens, he will move over here behind Raiju, and since he's now invisible, sorry, not non-invisible. Now that he's hidden, I will have him use his claw attack with advantage. I don't know why he is echoing. Is it doing the echoing thing again? Hold on, Kathang, let's try to speak.
No.
Yes, it is doing the echoing thing again.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Let me turn down my TV. Is it doing now? No. Okay, no, it's not. Good. Okay, cool. Let me make the claw attack with advantage.
Why is it Silvestro?
Ignore the fact that it's supposed to be Silvestro. Let me just go to Shadow Demon. Where's Shadow Demon? There we go. He gets a 12 to hit. Sorry, he gets a 22 to hit Raiju.
Is it necrotic that he's using?
It's going to be psychic damage.
Oh god damn it. So let's say Raiju's actually resistant to necrotic and radiance.
Are you resistant to psychic damage? Because if not, Raiju's going to take a lot of damage here. Does that hit, by the way?
Yes.
Alright, here's the damage. 17 psychic damage. I think Raiju just got dropped.
Good.
Alright.
Raiju!
Raiju is currently making is currently at 0 hit points. And that will be the end of the demon's turn. As you can see, those
right eye is just slowly glowing golden.
As you can see, those piercing white eyes staring at you. And Kathang, it's now your turn. Raiju is currently at 0 hit points.
Angus just takes out. Angus just focuses his hand and just does Brer Vine. Don't you dare touch him!
Alright, you get a 14. Is that enough to hit? Yes, that's enough to hit. It hits him.
Leave him alone!
You deal 22 damage, and would you like to pull him 10 feet closer to you?
Yes.
Alright, you pull him 10 feet closer. Do you want to be here or here?
Here. Confirm me.
Okay, he's here.
Actually, can I bonus action do a cantrip?
Do you have a way to quicken a bonus? Do you have a way to quicken a cantrip?
No.
Then what cantrip do you have that uses a bonus action?
Wait, no. He doesn't have a cantrip as a bonus action. Because the Halo of Spores currently active.
Wait, he's currently... Wait, no, actually, remember, you can use your bonus action to Wild Shape.
Ah, yes! Cathangus just snarls as he turns into a direwolf.
Wait, would that be the case right now? Because I don't think you've completed your Moon Druid training yet. Because that would be at the very end of the 4 months, if it was.
I thought this would be at the end of the 4 months, though. I left it up to you.
Do you want this to be at the end of the 4 months?
Yes.
That means this would be happening pretty much right before the next session.
Yeah.
Okay. End of the 4 months. So you have bonus action Wild Shape. Do the thing.
Turns into a direwolf.
Alright. You now have a direwolf. You are now a direwolf. Also, that reminds me, we should make a animal stat block for what a direwolf version of Cathanglis looks like. Because technically you do keep some of your stuff in the direwolf form that the
We did
direwolf.
talk about how the direwolf model of Cathangos will look different than the regular direwolf.
Well, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you also retain some of your abilities while in direwolf because of how wild shape works. Yes? Okay. Sorry, my dad's here.
It's okay.
Doing a live stream of. Oh, that's not. Hey. What's that movie? Oh, yeah, that's all. Okay. Sorry, my dad wanted garbage.
It's okay.
Okay, so, I just realized that means that now you actually got removed in terms of initiative. Damn it. You got to roll initiative again.
It's the direwolf.
Go to Cathanglis' sheet, roll initiative while selecting the direwolf. Ravager says that he's curious to see you fail this fight.
Says I'm gonna fail.
Ravager evidently says you're going to fail. Okay, and you had a 12.
Yes.
Oh, Ravager said, I said I'm curious. Okay, so he doesn't think you're going to fail. He's just curious if you will. Keep in mind, by the way, this isn't as bad as it could have been. I could have used the CR6 creature. I chose the CR4 creature.
It's just because Cathangos could have used Wither Burst.
You could have. Yeah. Right. That's
Is that a spell? Or is that No, that is a spell.
Alright, and we go back to the top of the round with the demon. So, you are now a direwolf, and he will now use one of his attacks to attack you. He's going to claw at you with a 21.
Yes.
Does it hit?
I have an AC of 22.
As a direwolf?
Oh wait, no, I'm keeping the direwolf statistics. I thought I keep my own AC.
No, because you don't have your armor on anymore, remember?
Right.
You're using the natural AC of a direwolf.
My AC is 14.
Ravager, you soloed a challenge rating 5 person, if I remember correctly. But also, remember, that was back when the whole long rest... Remember, that was back in the Gladiator arena, where you would be able to heal off anything that happened to you. Anyway, so that hits you? I'm pretty sure Direwolf doesn't have an AC of 20.
13.
Okay. This one does 6 psychic damage to you. Now you're down to 31. Are you marking your own health, by the way? Because I know I'm marking it down. But... Alright,
I'm keeping an eye on it.
What is it?
Keeping an eye on it.
I haven't...
How far is Sylvester away from me? Can I use pack tactics?
You cannot benefit from pack tactics from Silvestro because he's not within 5 feet of target. Also, Raiju needs to start making death saves.
How do I make a death save?
Death saves are Constitution saving throws, and I believe it. Let me look it up. It's on the compendium. Look up death saving throws.
That was for
I'll look up death saves. Hold on. Death saving throws. Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you must make a special death saving throw. Call a special saving throw called death saving throw to determine whether or not you be closer to death. Unlike other saving throws, this one isn't tied to any ability score. You are in the hands of fate now, aided only by spells and features that improve your chances. Just roll a d20. On a 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise, you fail. A success or failure has no effect by itself. On your third success, you become stable. On your third failure, you die. So mark it as one success on his thing. Okay. So that was for last turn. Now make one for this turn, because technically you're supposed to make one of those last turn too. Okay. He succeeds as well. So now currently it's your turn, Cathanis.
Gonna bite.
You're going to bite. Okay. Roll your bite. Also, yeah, Raiju is currently dead on the floor. The Ravager. That's a miss. Alright. The Shadow Demon, and there will be a start of the round again. Shadow Demon, looking at you, doesn't quite do anything as it tilts its head. And then just makes a swipe at your face. Claws. Getting attacked.
This is
Alright. And now it'll be your turn. Make another death saving throw for Raiju. Okay, Raiju is now stable. So now he won't have to make death saving throws anymore. And I believe something else might happen. It will. Stabilizing a creature. A stable creature doesn't make death saving throws even though it has 0 hit points, but it does remain unconscious. The creature stops being stable and must take death saving throws again if it takes 8 damage. Stable creature that isn't healed regains 1 hit point after 1d4 hours. So, yeah, we're not going to worry about that, but technically, if this goes on for like 400 rounds, he might stand back up. By the way, only reason I'm not in the VC is to give some space, because serious moment / fight. So, yeah, that's what. So, he's going to attack again. Wait, no, sorry, it's your turn. And you missed. Didn't you?
Oh.
Wait, no, now it's your turn. Go ahead and make your attack. What do you want to do?
I think the only thing it can do is bite.
I just realized something. Hold on. The Shadow Demon has resistances and immunities. I forgot about that. So what? How much damage did you do to it before? Did 9 piercing and 13 poison? It's immune to poison, and it's resistant to piercing. So actually, it's only taken 4 damage so far. My bad. Hasn't taken 22 damage. Took freaking 4 damage. Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage. Alright, 8 more piercing, which it's resistant to, so it's only going to take 4. So now it's that. As this
Don't
happens...
care how much they whittle you down. I will end you.
You hear a sinister laughing echoing from the distance as you hear people whisper.
I am immune to this now. I don't care anymore.
As this happens, I'm going to have you roll a d20. And we're going to start rolling a d20 at the start of every round. Okay. Nothing happens right now.
I am not disappointment. I am not useless.
He will claw at your face. Getting a 23 to hit. Doing 11 psychic damage to you. And as that happens, he'll use a bonus he'll move over here and use a bonus action to try and hide in the darkness.
Hiding, that's the only thing I thought I was good for.
He rolled an 8 to hide, so make a perception check.
Isn't my passive perception the... Huh.
We're using active perception, though, in this case. Your passive perception is relatively high, but we're using active perception in this case.
I could use keen hearing and smell.
Oh, you can. And actually, I believe... Actually, no, that should be higher, because it should be based off of Cathanglis's wisdom score. What's Cathanglis's wisdom score?
3.
3, and you have proficiency, so that should actually be, yeah. You should roll it as Cathanglis. With advantage, because of keen hearing as well. He is unable to hide from you. It is now your turn. What will you do?
No more running away. I will end you.
You hit him. Do damage. Alright. You do 11 more piercing damage. As you slash into his body, it feels like the weapons of your claws aren't able to dig in despite his scrawny feature. And he's just staring at you with those eyes of hatred. I'll have you roll another d20. All right. Nothing happens. And we go back to him. He will use a bonus action once again to try and hide.
Hiding, you damn coward! This is why no one liked us! I was believed all I could do was hide!
He got 17. Make a perception check as Cathanglis. Oh, nope. You see him. You see him. He is not able to hide from you. So he instead slashes at your face. He gets a 22 to hit. Doing 10 more psychic damage to you.
If I fall in this form, I will get back on my feet.
Oh, by the
will
way, we need to remember, by the way, that your direwolf actually does benefit from the Witherbloom regeneration thing.
Oh, wait! So that means every turn he should have healed 5.
Yeah, every turn he should be healing 5. So I don't remember how many turns it's been. I think it's been 3, so we'll just say you're at 25 currently. Does that sound fine? Okay, so currently you're at 25. Oh, we'll just go ahead and say.
Let's end this.
You hit him. Roll damage. Also, I just realized there's another thing. If the target is creature, it must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw and be knocked prone. I forgot about that.
Well, technically, should have been knocking him for...
Yeah, and technically you didn't remind me and I forgot to be making these checks. Whatever. Either way, I'll make 3 checks right now. So... Oh, dear God, his strength saving throw is horrible. He has a -5 to strength. Yeah, no, he rolled -2. He's knocked prone.
Thanks, just standing on top of him. I am the alpha now.
And he's reaching a horrible noise in your ear as he's clawing at you. And I'll have you roll another d20. Okay. Nothing happens. So now we get to this demon's turn. He tries to get out of your vision, but you're pinning him to the floor. But you have him on the floor, and he tries to stand up. And I'm going to actually. Sounds stupid, but I'm going to make a contested strength check to try and stand up using his movement.
Here he is.
He got a -4. Yeah, no, he's not standing up. You got him pinned to the floor.
I'm not moving anywhere.
And he's going to claw at your face. Oh, right. I had to click on the thing first.
Right,
He only gets a
have a 30
13 to
right
hit
now.
you. What was that?
we have 30 HP right now.
That would be at the start of your turn. It's not the start of your turn yet.
Don't touch that. Also, no, he misses.
All right. So he's trying to claw at you, but you're able to. It's not able to pierce the hide of your wolf form. And now it's the start of your turn, so you take 30 HP. And so you're now at 30 HP.
Anytime I get knocked down, I will rise again.
You're saying all this telepathically while in your wolf form, I'd assume?
Yes. Would you have advantage to hit?
That is actually a miss. Actually, no, sorry. Wait, you have advantage because he's prone. Actually, that is a hit. You have advantage because he's prone right now.
Dare hurt Raiju. I will fight you to the bitter end.
You do 8 more piercing damage, knocking him down slowly, more and more, seeing his health bar dwindle down. As he's screeching at you loudly.
What if Cathegus is speaking telepathically? Sylvester can still hear him?
Oh yeah, Sylvester can still hear him. And Sylvester's just kind of watching and smiling in the background. And we go back to the demon's turn. I'll have you roll another d20. Also have the demon roll a d20 now, though.
Oh, that was almost 20. God damn.
As that happens, you begin to notice there's something in the room. As it seems like vines begin to grow out of the walls and wrap around the shadow demon, restraining him to the walls. He's now restrained.
You got this, Silvestro.
Silvestro chuckles and says, "This is not my doing." As he tries to struggle free from the restraints, and I'm going to have him make a strength saving throw to try and pull himself out. And no, he's not able to pull himself out.
Pathetic worm, you stay there.
And now it's your turn. You recover 5 more HP.
And he hits.
Yeah, and also, by the way, it's an automatic crit now because he's restrained. I'm pretty sure that's that. Wait, is that restrained or paralysis? I forget which.
I think paralysis.
Condition restrained. A restrained target 0 attack rolls may execute have advantage. Dexterity saving throw. It can't benefit from him. And the attack rolls it makes have disadvantage. Okay, so got it. It can't really be knocked prone if he's already restrained, so I'm not going to have him roll that, but he takes 5 more damage. Now, each of us will roll another d20. All right. Now, Cathanglis, roll a d4. As this happens, you begin to hear a very loud screech come out of this creature as he screeches out in your voice. I can't do your voice, so I'm just going to say it straight. He screeches out in your voice, I hate you. And 4 creatures begin to appear.
Hate you too, buddy. I will kill you. I am the Moonstone Dragon here. I'm supposed to be big. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm supposed to be wise, motherfucker. You could promptly go to hell. I am the son of Tatsuya Arvagale and Varys Arvagale.
All right. 4 shadows have joined the fight, and they will be going at his initiative count. However, each turn I'll have you roll a wisdom saving throw. Sorry. No, each turn I'll have you roll a wisdom saving throw. No, actually no. Never mind. It'll be the Shadow Demon's turn again. For now, we'll not worry about that. So, he decides that he can't get free of his restraint, so he just tries to claw at you while restrained.
Fuck.
Thank you for the raid, Yin.
9!
15. Oh, 9, yes. That's a 9. That's a miss. Okay. What do your spell save DC, Cathanglis?
Looking out currently, it's a 14.
All right. I'll have each of these things make a wisdom save. Fail. Fail. Pass.
So they have to pass a 14.
One moment. I have to go for one moment. Give me a second.
From that perspective.
Boy. Sorry, I did not mean to call you while you were still streaming. We just wrapped up our first session. I wanted to get you in the right group chat before the session we introduce you in.
Before the next session.
You're fine. I'm getting ready to hop off. Just wanted to make sure you were in the chat was all.
Yeah. I am.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so that was the other D&D group. They just wrapped up their session and they wanted to get me in the group calls, did a group call thing, so they were calling me. That was a weird thing. I had to go do that, and they said they didn't mean to call me in the middle of me streaming. So, yeah, sorry, I had to deal with that. Anyway,
I
okay.
thought the 12 fails because the DC is 14.
The DC is 14, yes. Okay. So, Cathang, what ends up happening you have enough force of will that they're actually now going to follow your orders.
Good. Time I have minions of my own.
So, I'm going to send you a copy of what their attack looks like. What their stat block looks like, I should say. Actually, you know what? No. I'm just going to make you able to see and control them currently.
Okay.
You, for this turn, will be able to control them. It was me getting a call again. Don't worry about that. So, you should be able to now control these things, yes? And if you see, you should be able to see their stat block in the journal, yes?
Yes, I do.
You now get to command these 4 shadows to do whatever you want them to. Have fun.
Yes. Let's have some fun with this thing.
It's because they failed their wisdom saving throws. They're listening to you instead of listening to the shadow demon.
Time to make some adjustments to the rule around here. Everyone's strength trained, though, master.
Here's the thing. If you hit a strength drain, read what happens when it drains all the strength from a target.
Oh god, it just kills them!
And he has a strength of 1.
I just have to kill it off!
So, make your strength drain attacks. What if it's the normal shadow thing? That hits. That hits. Roll damage. All right. Now roll a d4 and don't roll a 0.
It did not roll a 0, it rolled a 4!
So, to set up the scene of what happens, the shadow demon screeched and summons shadows under his command. However, because he is you and you are stronger willed than he is right now, you just stared at them and they turned on him. And you see them grabbing at him as he's restrained. And he starts looking around, panicking, as they just drag him down into the shadows that they came from, dragging him away, whatever abyss that these things came from. And combat ends.
Expected better. This just slowly turns back to himself.
And you're currently at full HP now because of your regeneration. Now, are you going to bring back Raiju? Because Raiju's currently stable. Raiju's currently stable, so any amount of healing will bring her back.
Just fully lay on hands him.
Okay, so you lay on hands with 9 hit points back? Cool. So Raiju now stands right back up with 9 hit points. The thing is, Ravager, he had a strength of 1, and those things drain strength by 1d4. And if they drain you to 0, you just die. So it just so happened that he summoned reinforcements, and Cathanglis just used the reinforcements against him and basically dragged him into the Shadow Realm again. Yeah. Also, yeah, he was a bit weaker than expected, but to be fair, he was tanky as all hell. He was barely taking any damage each turn. He just
disposed of my weakness.
Mm-hmm. Back to Theorisman. The best of chuckles, it says. Good. You have passed the trial. Now, Cathanglis, you do not yet have the time for my training. Though, you have earned a modicum of respect.
I have. It's time I think of myself more.
Perhaps.
You should actually talk to Zokuro about becoming a manager or something. Just being a lowly worker.
Tell me, what do you use as your holy symbol, oh paladin?
I don't really have one. I only have a druidic focus at the moment.
Do you want one?
Yes.
As he says this, um, pull. He reaches deep inside. He reaches into his hoard and pulls out something. He pulls out a dragon-touched focus. And hands it to you.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah, no, he hands you a dragon touch focus. Actually, wait, I just realized. This won't work. This is spellcasting focus. This isn't a holy symbol. God damn it. Okay. Let me find a better holy symbol one. It's not dragon touch focus. I forgot that wouldn't work for that. My bad. Let me find something that does actually work. Roll 20. Help me. I know there is a thing. I remember seeing it. And I think I gave one to the paladin girl. I'm trying to remember.
Emblem wouldn't work.
Let me check her
Raichu.
stat block. What did I give her? I know I gave her something that was like a special holy symbol. Yeah. Wait, no. That's not it. Guardian emblem. There it is. Okay. Yeah. He gives you a guardian emblem. And you see that it's actually a guardian emblem tied to Gaia. And he says, take this and follow the ways of the ancients. So, would you like to know what a guardian emblem does? Yes, the types of holy system symbols actually matter, Rouge. So, a guardian emblem. It does the following. It is a wondrous item. It's a holy symbol. It requires attunement and it's uncommon, and it requires attunement by a cleric or a paladin. Do you have an attunement slot left?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The emblem is a symbol of a deity or a spiritual tradition. In this case, it's tied to Gaia. Are there a bunch or only a small selection of holy symbols? I believe there's only a small selection of holy symbols. As an action, you can attach the emblem to a suit of armor or a shield to remove it. So you could attach it to your clothing or to a shield or whatever. The emblem has 3 charges. When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit while you're wearing the armor or wielding the shield that bears the emblem, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge to turn the critical hit into a normal hit instead. You regain all expended charges daily at dawn. So 3 times per day, you can turn a crit into a normal hit. On top of allowing your shield to act as your holy symbol for your spell casting of your cleric spells.
Oh.
If you attach this to your shield. Are you going to attach this to your shield or to your armor?
Better. Shield or armor?
Up to you. If you attach to your shield, that means you need to have your shield on you when you're using the holy symbol.
Armor.
What was that?
Armor.
Okay. So you attach to your own armor. So now it's attached to your armor, and yeah, so now you have the guardian emblem thing. Let me go to your stat block. So, I think, is there anything else you want to talk with Silvestro about? Or should we call it here? I think this is a good stopping point.
Just looks at Sylvester. It's just, I feel better.
Good. Hold on to that feeling. Never let it go again.
I know what I must do as well.
Of course. Isn't it
And
obvious?
remember someone saving. Someone my parents told me I can easily be Oracle or something.
I am not the one to talk to about that. You will need to find someone more capable of judging this. Find the archaic.
The what?
And that's where we'll be leaving things for now. In that cliffhanger.
And the Archaea.
The archaic.
Actually, writing that down.
Okay. Yeah,
That's actually where we
cliffhanger.
stop.
Go ahead.
Actually, where we stop.
Yeah, this is actually where we stop. All right, time for me to put in what the actual Guardian Emblem does. Or are you doing that?
You could put in. I was just writing down. It's from Sylvester, just to remember.
Okay. Specifically, this is tied. You're an Oath of Ancients paladin, right? Then yeah, this is specifically tied to your Oath of Ancients stuff, which will be interesting because of Surtur wanting to potentially become an Oath of Ancients. Okay, how do you think that went? All things considered.
I think it's good, and this actually could lead to Cathangos wanting to train under Sylvester more.
Yes, I agree.
Restoring the HP of Raiju.
All right. So I'm gonna end the stream here. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm gonna sign off. For those of you watching on Twitch, stick around. We're gonna go raid someone. So, thank you all for watching, if indeed you still are, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.